Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this lab we'll be talking about multi-factor authentication. So basically it's a process in which users are prompted during the sign-in process for additional form of identification such as code of the cell phone or fingerprint scan. So instead of password you have to provide an additional information like code or a biometric scan. So in this case first we have to go to the multi-factor authentication. So let's search for multi-factor authentication. So you can see we have an option called multi-factor authentication. Click that. So here we have various other options, but we'll be dealing with the configure one, which says additional cloud-based multi-factor authentication settings. So click that. So here you have been redirected to a new page in which it says multi-factor authentication. And right now we are in service settings. So based on your requirement you can change the settings accordingly. So right now we are allowing users to create app passwords to sign in to the non-browser apps. So we are allowing them, but if you don't want you can just change it. And these are the trusted IPs. So let's say you are working from certain location and it has some XYZ IP. So if you specify here, it will not prompt you to ask the multi-factor authentication because we are skipping that if you add the information here. So right now you can see there are some IPs. So these IPs will be are not restricted for multi-factor authentication. So directly I can sign the application and I can work on it without the second authentication. So that is what it is, and you can see we have the methods that are available for the users apart from the password. So the first one is text message to the phone. So whenever you add the password you will be prompting to these options and you can select any one of the option and you can proceed. So you'll be getting a notification with a text message which you have to type in the application in order to proceed, and you'll be getting a notification through mobile app. So that may be authenticator. So you have to just scan the QR code, and every time you'll be getting a new password for 1 minute, and verification code from the mobile hardware token. So this is the secure one. So you can just save it based on your requirements. And here if you see we have a section called users as well. So if I click users, you can see all are disabled. So right now no one has multi-factor authentication, but you can enable them. So for instance, let's say if you click Ravi, you can enable the multi-factor authentication, and right now when this particular person tries to sign in he has to use multi-factor authentication. If there is no multi-factor authentication he has to set up. So this is how the process will be for the multi-factor authentication. And so this is what all about the configuration. So under the settings, let's talk about one more thing, which is account lockout. So basically it is used to prevent MFA attempts as a part of an attack. So there may be some brute force attack where they may be using some like hundreds and thousands of codes in order to succeed your account. So for that, this is how you can restrict them. So the first one is you can read this particular statement in the account lockdown, which says temporarily lock accounts in a multi-factor authentication service if there are too many denied authentication attempts in a row. This feature only applies to users who enter the PIN to authenticate. So the first one is number of multi-factor authentications denial to trigger the account. So I may type like 5 times, and coming to the minutes until account lockdown counted is reset. So I may take a 5 as well. Account automatically unblock. So let's say 10 minutes. After 10 minutes I can again retry it. So this is how we can break those attacks, and we can lock our account for a certain time. So this is how we have to do it. And so coming to the next video we'll be talking about the conditional access rules for multi-factor authentication. So I hope you guys have understood the concept of today's video. If you have liked the video, please click like button below. If not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and please share the video. And I'll be keeping the relevant videos in the description for you to watch. Do watch them, and thanks you everyone.